Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. So today we're going to talk about tonality. So tonality basically means, like we've talked about in many of the videos, 57% of how we communicate as humans is through body language, how we move our hands, how we move our eyes, microexpressions, etc. 36% of how we operate or communicate, though, is through tonality, and 7% is through verbal communication. So tonality is the second biggest chunk of how we communicate, and tonality basically means like how we say something. So how we say something is totally different than how we say something. So for example, if a little kid, his mom's calling him and says, can you come here, sweetie? Then most likely it's a much different thing than, can you come here, sweetie, come here, can you come here? You know that one means that you're in trouble, and the other one means that, I want to give you a hug or whatever the case might be. Or if a client, whether in a dental setting, if you're presenting treatment, or if you're in a prospecting setting and a client says to you, well, I'll think about it, is much different than, well, I'll think about it. So really pay attention to how the person that you're communicating with is using their tonality to kind of give you an idea of how they're expressing things. More importantly, you have to be very cognizant of your tonality, simply because if you're not, you could be portraying a different message than you want. Tonality is really important in how we do things. For example, the proof is kind of in the pudding of reading a book to a small child. If I read even the most exciting book to a child, and I read like this the whole time I said it, I'm saying the same words that I would if I was saying it like this. When I say it like this, the story becomes alive, and the story becomes something that the child can become part of. But again, if I'm using the same words, I'm reading the same book. It's not exactly the same thing. So the best storytellers in the whole world are going to have a really cognizant idea of the effect that they're using with their tonality. So during your case presentations, during your sales presentations, during your presentations to your significant other or your children, use that tonality, take control of that tonality, and offer an experience rather than just simply words to the person that you're speaking with. Make your story count.